I've been talking this whole freaking time with my mic off, people. I have been talking for 23 minutes with my mic off. There's nobody here, so I don't think it matters. If you're lurking, thank you so much for getting in the chat and saying, I can't hear you. Your mouth is moving. Sunny's mouth is moving. And you're not talking. Okay, so we just said a lot of things that have now not been recorded. And you have no idea what's happening or where we're going.
Yeah, Nana, you really blew it.
Hey, that's not very nice.
I know. I'm just disappointed because we had such a nice conversation.
We did have a nice conversation, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Well, I guess that's just how it goes sometimes, guys. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Ah, there's Shayna. Hi, Shayna. I don't know how long you've been here, but I spent the first 20 minutes with my mic off. So hopefully you missed that because it was really kind of boring to watch Sunny, going like this and me jabbering. Okay. Well, anyway, so here's what we're going to do, kids. We are going to go. You just got here. So we had a long conversation, Sunny and I, with no microphone on. I swore I turned it on, but I guess I didn't. I just looked over and it's like red. Oh, okay. That's when I'm really glad that only you come because you're so kind. Oh, brother. But it's a bummer because I didn't capture a very fun conversation that I would have used in video later. But oh, well, that's the way it goes. So here's what we're going to do. This is going to be really weird. So if you want to stay for it, great. I'm definitely going to be working on Purple Monster, and I'm going to get to that soon because I took a whole week off because I wasn't feeling well, and so we didn't get a whole lot done. We didn't get any done, and I really want to keep going because I'm so excited to put some hair on this guy. But so Sunny, I started making myself some hot chocolate before we started, and I was watching the clock, and I was running out of time, so I thought, well, hell, you can just come in the kitchen while I make my freaking hot chocolate. That's what people do, right? So we're going to do it. But I'm going to leave Sunny here because I can't handle. This is how I take him off. Look at this. Isn't this cruel and unusual punishment?
Yeah, I can't move my mouth and it hurts my jaw.
It's okay. I won't squeeze very tight. I'll be very gentle.
Don't push there. There's a nerve and it hurts.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, there you go.
I can't. No, I can't talk.
Okay. Okay, Sunny. There you go, buddy.
There you go.
All right. Here's what we're doing. I'm going to just real quick, we're going to take 5 minutes. I hope it's only 5 minutes. And we're going to go make some hot chocolate. I'll even tell you how I do it because I make super special chocolate. Super special. Super special. So here's the other thing, guys. Guys, Shayna. How are you? I saw you yesterday over at Lala's. Just as I got on there late, just popped in. It's the first time I've looked at anything in a week. Just wanted to see how they were doing. And I got there just as they were closing up shop, and I saw you in there. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Appreciate it. It's been a rough week. I've not been well, but I'm looking out at incredible fall foliage right now, and it's gentle Scottish rain, and it's beautiful. So I just keep trying to soak in some energy from all that vibrant color out there. So anyways, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to switch to my porch cam. Oh, you know what I got to do? I got to first get on my video ninja front camera, connect. Okay, it's not happening. I just realized Verizon is down today. And that is how I access my phone camera. It's through my Verizon connection. So my whole beautiful idea of hot chocolate just went out the frickin' window. And I'm really sad about it because I have few comforts in this world. My hot chocolate is one of them. I don't drink coffee anymore. I don't eat half the things I want to eat just because I know that my body doesn't like them. But chocolate, chocolate. I allow it and I savor it, and it's a thing. In fact, there's a chocolate expo. The California Chocolate Expo is this Saturday near me, at a town near me, about an hour away. And there's going to be all tons of chocolatiers there. So you do a little coffee on work days. I used to do a lot of coffee on work days. I used to drink like, I don't know, 4 or 5 cups of coffee a day. And I used to have sugar in it. Like for many years, I drank it with sugar and always cream. But like 2 teaspoons of sugar times 5 cups of coffee a day is like a 1/4 cup of sugar a day. It's like eating a batch of cookies. And then over time, as I matured, I didn't like it with sugar anymore. So that was a plus. But still, the caffeine was like too much on my system. So I just slowly weaned myself down to decaf over time. And then I just drank decaf for a long time. But then I started realizing that the acid in coffee was too much for my system. So I switched to a grain-based tea that is satisfying to me because half and half, right? And chocolate. So we do chocolate. I just wanted to show you this fun thing. Oh, maybe I'll switch over here real quick. So this is the fur, just a little remnant of Purple Monster's fur. And you can see that it's about a 1.5 or a 2 inch length of the hair. So I was playing around with this little piece the other day to see, what would it be like to give it a haircut, So I was, and I'm not a hair cutter, but I did just chop around on this because I might be doing some fur sculpting on Purple Monster, as you can see by that little drawing. I played around with different lengths of hair so he would be real messy. And so I may do a little bit of shaping on him. And I'm nervous because once we put the fur on him, if I start cutting on it, once you commit, you're committed. And I should definitely be committed. So, so I was kind of playing around with that. We'll see what happens with that. You can't know, like right now, like this is probably a sign that I need to go to some kind of a support group because I'm hurting so bad for that chocolate because it's on the stove. It's in the coconut milk. There's 2 different types of cacao plus dark baking chocolate from TCHO waiting for me to chop it up and put it in there. And it's got vanilla and it's got cinnamon and it's got cayenne. And it's just sitting there waiting to be heated and frothed and put in a cup and drank by me. It's just sitting there without me. And I'm having a hard time with it. Like, I'm not really. I am. I'm not.
Nana,
Mm-hmm.
you are losing it.
I kind of am. Okay. So we'll just sit and do some sewing. Oh, here's another thing. My last stream, I went in to edit and I found that it was so bad. It was just glitching so badly. And it was, it dropped out a couple of times. And I had no idea because I don't have moderators. My husband wasn't here. And so I went to edit and there was a place when I was out on the back porch where it just dropped out completely for a couple of minutes. And that's fine because I don't really have people, but it's kind of a drag for my VODs and my clips and things that I make. And if I ever do have people, it'd be a bummer to have like 3 people here and have them be stranded without me and I wouldn't have any way of knowing. So anyways, all of that to say that I cut out my music because the music I'm using, which is, it's a royalty-free permission to use thing, but I have to get it from YouTube. So I'm pulling it in via a web page. And so I know that that's got to be dragging my stream. And yeah, I can't remember which purple I used. I think it was this one. I think it doesn't matter. I think it doesn't matter which one I used, but it's been so long I can't remember. This one's synthetic. Cotton covered polyester. Let's use that one, even though I probably used this one. Oh, that's black. Oh, that's why my needle was missing. Somebody came and used my thread. Okay. what the hell was I saying? Oh, the music. Yeah, so I decided today to try not having, I put it on for the opening screen, but I turned it off for everything else to see if that helps, because just having it drop out like that was a bummer. So I'm thinking that that was it, but I don't know. It may not have been. We'll find out today. If you happen to, audio shouldn't be a huge draw, but it's some traffic. Audio shouldn't be a huge draw. Do you mean a huge draw on my bandwidth? Is that what you mean? Because I don't know whether it's music or not. It's still an open browser, so it's got to be taking some of my bandwidth, I would think. My thought was to just record the music and put it on my computer. Cannot see what I'm trying to get this needle threaded, and it's not working out for me today. Just recording it and then just playing it as an MP4 off of my computer. I feel like as long as I'm not selling it, I'm just using it in the same way I would use it if I was online, although for them it's one less view, I suppose, that it would maybe. Yeah, that's, yes, okay, yeah, cache it, download it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I can do that, and I think that then I can just play it off my computer. Now cache it. Yeah, download it. Yeah, okay. Blah blah blah. I'm in a bad way today. I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm just curious, like, if you can tell right now, like, are things synced up? Does the sound okay? Is it synced up? Okay. I know my daughter's not here because she's on a work trip. And she would normally kind of just lurk while she was working, but she's not able to do that right now. Seems good. Thanks, Shanna. Appreciate that. Thank you. What we're doing is we're closing up one more seam on this puppy. So I noticed on my last one too that I wasn't doing a very good job of keeping this in the frame, but I'll try harder this time. It's just very hard for me to see from this angle. And I switched from a top-down view in hopes that that would help things with the angle, but do I have this on Zoom right now? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. So, and also the lighting is odd. Like this crap light that I have here, it throws a glare for me, and I can't see what I'm doing very well. So I can get another light. I bought this one LCD video light here that Elgato puts out, and I don't know, they made it sound like it was like the bee's knees, as they say. And it's not. I feel like it doesn't put out very much light at all. I normally don't sew with double thread, so this is a little odd. Here's my tomato. Give me a tomato. My little poor little tomato that my cat has decimated. Kitty cat is getting fixed tomorrow. I'm trying to eliminate the use of that phrase, getting fixed, as if she was broken before when she could bear children. Such an affront to us females. She's not broken. She's just capable of childbirth. But she is, she's going to be spayed tomorrow. She'll be 6 months here really soon. I think she's 6 months now. She's 6 months and she has quadrupled in size. She's huge already. She doesn't even look like a kitten anymore. So my guess is, they say they're not full grown until not full grown until they are a year old, at least. maybe, I think my husband might have said 18 months. Ouch. So I can only imagine how much bigger she's going to get. But I have to say that I am super duper ready for her to not be hormonal anymore. I am pretty sure that in the last 2 months, she's been in heat twice. She's just acted like a crazed, psychopathic cat. She's like grumpy, and I can tell also that, well, she wants to be outside. But damn, if we're going to let her out. I mean, we let her out on our back balcony, our deck, which is about, I think I've said this before, it's about 9 feet off the ground. So far, she hasn't attempted to jump down. So she does get some outdoor time, but she spends all of that time jumping into and laying in and digging in all of our flower pots that are out there. So, and she was born in a garden. So, and spent the first 6 weeks of her life as a wildling. And she, so I know that she's got some real wild blood in her. And she needs to be out in the yard, scratching on trees, you know, and chasing birds and doing all the wildcat things. She's got that in her. And every day she gets these crazed spurts where she runs around the house and just tears up everything. And she also gets these crazy mean streaks where if you try to pet her, she just attacks your hand. And we're trying to train her not to do that. And you can tell she'll make an effort, but then it's like a shark smelling blood. And her ears will all of a sudden flatten, and she'll just bite the hell out of you. And she's just got a wild streak in her. So I'm kind of hoping that this spay, you know, might settle that down a little bit, although part of me feels bad about doing that because I just love the fact that she's a wild thing. She's also a pet. So, I don't know. I guess I have such a deep respect for nature. Sometimes I even wonder about trying to domesticate cats. But, I mean, some cats love being domesticated. They like being little princesses. She is not one of those. Can you see what I'm doing? Yes. Oh. My son flew to McKinleyville Sunday. He's driving a buddy and his Tesla, cool, to the East Coast. Wow, that'll be an interesting ride. I believe he went through your town. Let's see, McKinleyville. Yeah, he probably would have. Depending on what route they're taking to the East Coast. But yes, Kitty PMS. Kitty PMS and DMS and all the S's. Yeah, probably because McKinleyville is on the coast. It's northwest of us. And if they came down the coast and cut over, they may have come through here. A lot of people take that route just because it's so incredibly gorgeous. I can't see what's happening here. This is why I don't like sewing with double thread, because it gets easily tangled up. There's probably a technique, but I don't know it. Like I say, I'm not an expert crafter or seamstress for that matter. Maybe if I detangle here. Okay. So driving a Tesla cross country, that's interesting. Would love to. I've never been in one. Went south back to the Bay Area. Is over in New Mexico now. Oh yeah, shorter thread. I could do that, but I'm too damn lazy to have to keep knotting it off. And honestly, I have actually heard puppet builders say that on a seam like this, it's optimal to have it be a continuous thread for some reason. Now, I actually question that, because if you have a seam fail, then you've got intervals that are knotted off, you know? And I don't know, I'm overthinking things. I'm kind of weird that way. Yeah, Nana's got a chill vibe today, let me tell you what. Got a lot going on. Hello, camera. Okay. Since I keep a red filter on my computer screen, which to save my eyes from the blue light, because I'm absolutely convinced that it's been 40 years of computer work that has decimated my eyesight. Stop telling me I'm old, Pop-Pop. So I try to keep my screen with a red filter on it to block out some of that blue. And I could get glasses, I know, but I wear glasses, so it's like I don't know how I'm going to do that. But all of that mumbling to say that when I look at my camera, this looks brown, doesn't look purple. And it kind of loses definition, so I can't really see. Okay, I'm going to take a poll. A poll of 1. Oh, Granzella's, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Granzella's has great sandwiches. We love Granzella's. We stop there anytime we go to the Sacramento airport. There is a Granzella's stop there and back again, as the hobbits say. Yeah, they make a mean sandwich. And they have a lot of cool stuff in there. They have a whole deli type shop in there, and they have fresh baked pies and breads, and they have all kinds of imported olives and condiments and that kind of thing. And they have, of course, a great deli. They have a full restaurant there too. You can sit at their restaurant, but we just always grab a sandwich. And they have gelato. So they're kind of a cool little country store type thing, vibe there. And I got a knot. And they are out next to Harris Ranch, so you get the nice cow poo smell out there. Oh, crap. Come on. You know, we might take a break today and do the be right back screen. Go make that damn chocolate. I'll have to look and see if my phone comes back online. I don't know what's happening with Verizon today. We have a big storm coming through, so that's my thought, is it's probably the weather. But we live, up in the mountains, so technology can be a real pain. Internet connections fail, and so, being a live streamer living up here isn't probably the best idea. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't give up living rurally in the mountains for anything, especially in these days. Good Lord. I like being in the mountains. Yeah, okay, get your damn chocolate. Stop complaining. Oh, a man after my own heart. He had a gelato after his sandwich. I might have flipped that, had my gelato first, but no, I'm kidding. Yeah, they have so much candy and stuff there. Anyway, yeah, I will probably get my chocolate. I don't know if let me see. Oh, I'm on the extended network now. I have 1 bar. I might be able to make it work as a camera. I don't know. We'll see. Because I thought it might be fun to just make my chocolate live. I am a bit of a foodie. I have thought about doing food episodes, but I mean, it's kind of cliche. If you're a streamer or if you're a content creator, at some point you have to show people how great you are in the kitchen. At Oregon, I was going to respond to that. You drove to Oregon earlier, very windy and rainy. Yes, that's why I couldn't live there. I mean, it depends on where you are in Oregon, because by the coast, it's definitely like that. My son lives more inland and southern, and it's quite nice there. It's like here. It's more like here. I mean, they do get weather like we do. We get storms and rain and snow. But they also, it's temperature wise, typically warmer there. And, see, it's my sewing technique. I keep letting that twist as I grab that whip, as I whip the stitch, I get it this loop tangled. And it's like, as you say, Shayna, it's because I'm working with too much thread. but I love where my son lives. I love Southern Oregon. It's really quite beautiful. We go up there. They have really cool wineries up there. We like to go to Jacksonville, which has several wineries, and it's the cutest little town. And it's also the home of the Brit Festival, which is an open amphitheater that attracts some of the biggest musical talent in the world. The Brit is really fun and unusual people too, like really cool bands and orchestras and jazz musicians and all kinds of stuff. And this last summer, oh, your first love on Twitch is food and drink. Yay! Love the foodies. Okay, I'm going to tie this off and then we're going to take a look at it. Ontario is only an hour away from Boise. Gosh, I didn't realize that. I don't know Canada, so I don't know where things are up there. I have numerous friends in Canada, but I don't know where any of them live. I've never been there. I've never even been to British Columbia. And I do have a friend there too, and I would love to go there because it looks gorgeous from the pictures I've seen. But there again, they're on the coast, right? And Boise is gorgeous too. I love Idaho. Idaho is a place my husband and I have considered in the past. See, this is twisted so many times I can't get my needle into it. Just trying to tie a knot here. It's turning me into a pirate. Okay. Normally, when I sew a seam like on a piece of clothing, I tie my knot and then I push, after it's all secured, I push my needle back through all the whole, like an inch or so of the seam, and then I cut it just so that if for some crazy reason I ever had to unstitch it or something like that, then I have something that I could make a knot out of. But I haven't been doing that with the puppets because nobody else does. Why would I? So, and I'm going to leave a little extra there, even though it's showing because we got fur to cover it. Okay. All right. One more seam down the hatch. Look at that. With the fur, it's like disappears. Like there is no seam there, as you can see. Looks like a crazy toupee, doesn't it? Or a collar for Jon Snow. You know who Jon Snow is from Game of Thrones. Okay. You know, when I work with this fur, it makes me want to like do cosplay stuff and make really crazy costumes. It really does. Because it's just so awesome looking. Can you imagine a pair of pants out of this? It'd be so fun. And as I mentioned previously and then subsequently checked, this would also make a nice bodice. It really would actually, for somebody with much larger tatas than mine. But you wouldn't know with all that fur. You could put it on little ones. And, as I mentioned before, my daughter-in-law she does burlesque. So she makes she and my son make all kinds of cool costumes. Very fun, crazy, sexy, playful, goofy things. So I think it would be fun to do that. Make crazy fun costumes. I don't like to dress up like I used to though. For costume. I didn't dress up for Halloween. Oh, nice. You have a guest suite? Very nice. I want one of those. We have a full basement in this house that could be but we're renting, and we've rented this house for 8.5 years. Why aren't we buying it? Because the market is ridiculous. That's why. But there's a full basement downstairs with a bathroom, with a shower. It could so easily be a little apartment. And but it needs to be completely redone because it's all cinder block, and we've done some stuff to it so that it can be a little gym and a workshop area for my husband and stuff, but it could easily be a living space. I would love to have it all done. If we bought this house, we would do that. Okay, I'm going to catch up with Shayna, my buddy. Your first love on Twitch is food drink. We already saw that, but I haven't gone and watched any of the foodies, but I think I need to go over and check it out. Yeah, I need the sun too. I couldn't live on the coast in Oregon, although we do visit the coast up there because it is beautiful. We did some horseback riding up there on the beach. It was fun. Oh, Ontario, Oregon. I'm here blabbering about Canada because, right, Ontario is like in the middle of the country, right? And up or something. That might be Montreal. No, Ontario is further east, I think. I don't know. I don't know my geography. But thank you for that. That's a sweet invite. In fact, I've told Lala if I ever get to Nashville, my daughter lived very close to Nashville, that I've got to look them up too. I guess it was blowing rain here. I sat outside and now my bottom is wet. You got a soggy bottom, do you? Mine would need to be bigger. Got the dot. Oh, your bodice would need to be bigger. Oh, that'd be fun bodice to make. You got the tatas. My yoga teacher does burlesque. I used to go to her shows. So much fun. Yeah, I really, up where my son and daughter-in-law are, there's a big community there, and there's a lot of shows that happen, and also drag. So you could, and sometimes they commingle, which could be so much fun. I think I would like to go. The main floor is a garage and a bedroom and bath. Second floor is living area and master. Third story is 2 offices and a bath. Holy cow, you live in a mansion. That's amazing. How fun. I can shut up. If you ever want any food and drink recommendations, I can get you started. Yeah, I would love that. Oh, you DM'd me on Discord. Yeah, I got to get my butt over, and I was not well last week, so I wasn't doing, I was off screen basically for the week. Okay, I'm going to keep trying to sew here. There's my other needle right there. I had both of them here. I thought it felt weird because I had some thread left from last time. This is a tiny little bit of thread. I don't even like to waste like 7 inches of thread. I could throw that away, but if you double it, it's 14 inches of thread. I'm going to use it on this little tiny seam. So we've got these 2 seams now, these 2 little darts that need to get sewn up. So I'm going to do those next. I'm hoping that's what I do next. I think it is. I haven't watched a tutorial in a few weeks, so I usually refresh myself just to make sure I'm on the right path here. But hot chocolate. Okay, let's do it. I don't think I can take you with me, though. That's the problem. So yeah, I got no service. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put on my BRB screen, make my chocolate, and come back. And Shayna, if you're not here, girl, I'll cry because I would like to toast you with my chocolate for being my one and only forever fan. I don't know. Okay, let me pin this real quick because I've got it crunched together, so I may as well pin it. But then and you can go potty and get your whatever if you want. No, if you got to go, I get it. It's fine. This is fake humorous pressure, not real pressure. Can you see what I'm doing? Every time I watch my videos back, I'm like, I spend at least 10 minutes of my stream with my project over here behind this stuff working instead of out here where you can see. I might get better at this maybe if I can keep it up, if I have the stamina. I honestly have at times thought about moving and just doing just YouTube or something. I'm not sure. I mean, I love the people I've met on Twitch, but I don't know if I'm their cup of tea, honestly. Okay, that is pinned, ready for action. So,
Say hi to your puppy.
Okay, I'm gonna put on my BRB screen, and I'll be right back. I need to put a transition on there, like so that my music like fades out slowly, and then the picture fades, and there's a crossfade, and then we're at the workbench, because that's kind of sort of what do you call that? Abrupt, that thing, when I just turn it off and you're all chill into that music, and then bah, Nana's back. Wake up. I'm back. Okay. Thank you for encouraging me to get my chocolate because you don't get ads. That's fantastic. Do ads play on my stuff and I just don't make any money off of it because is that how this works? I don't even know. Like, made the bed, gonna start some laundry. How's the hot chocolate? I haven't tried it yet because there's a whole ritual around this. Like, chocolate is in here. I get 2 cups of this little teeny tiny diner cup. And I have a very special cup for my ceremonial cacao, which is a different animal than my hot chocolate. I mean, this is made from cacao, but ceremonial cacao is a different thing. It's a different version of chocolate. I'm taking a break from it, though, because my nervous system isn't responding that well to the theobromine content. Okay, so here's my beautiful. I couldn't fit it all in here, but you won't have ads unless you're an affiliate. Yeah, that's what I thought so. Okay, I'm glad you made your bed. I did not make my bed. I did not do my dishes this morning. I didn't even, usually when I make my chocolate, I immediately wash my blender. I did not do that. You're welcome. Because now I'm back. So it's all about the foam. It's all about the foam, about that foam. With chocolate. And since I don't have one of those crappy dispenser machines that they do at Denny's, which isn't chocolate, it's sugar. Water. I have to shake. But the foam is the thing. Now, when I used to have my, I don't want to get any of this on my bodice. When I used to have my overhead camera. Oh, shit. I just did that. I just did it. Okay. I'm not going to panic. I have to get a towel. Be right back. Oh my God. Did you want to watch Nana have a meltdown? You're about to see it. Shit. I can't believe I just did that. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Sorry, I have to have a little manic laugh. Oh my God. And I'm even saying, oh my God, I'm saying God with 2 syllables like I'm a millennial. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Fuck. Oh, and I'm saying all kinds of bad words now. It's all just coming out. I mean, I got chocolate everywhere. But I didn't get any on this fur. I didn't get any on the puppet. How's that possible? Okay, it's now on my earphones. It's on my scissors. It's on my cutting board. It's everywhere. Okay. And that little teeny bit is so funny. When I got to the end of my pouring my blender off into my, it's even on my thread, into my thermos, I had just like 1 sip left, and I'm like, oh, gotta have that. And I poured it into my cup, and I'm sure that I just sprayed at least that amount across my whole entire work surface. Okay, and my pants. And my shirt and everything. Okay. And I'll probably be finding chocolate for a couple weeks. And if you weren't here, I might suck it all up or lick it. Oh, shit. That's too funny. Oh my God. Oh, the universe has a great sense of humor. Don't you think? Okay. It's on everything. I probably won't clean this all up now, but it'll be a lot easier to clean up now while it's liquid because I'm not anal at all. Doesn't that make sense? That's why I rinse my dishes after I eat, because it's much easier than letting everything harden on there. I learned that. When I was young and doing my own dishes. And other people didn't rinse. No, everybody rinsed because my mom. Okay, I don't see any more. Okay, that wasn't a 2-towel job, I'm happy to say. It really was like spatterings of chocolate. In fact, it was almost artistic. Like, oh, it's down here too. Okay. I should have put, oh, it's on the arm of my chair. Yeah, it's on my lap. You won't see it on the carpet, which it wouldn't show up anyway because this carpet is variegated, as they say. All right. Okay, kids. Okay. Everybody disperse. Everybody go home. Go home. It's all over. The excitement's over. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Thank you for the towels. You go to hell in a handbasket. Save that first. Sticky stuff is the worst. My stepmom threw away my favorite oatmeal bowl after I kept not rinsing it. Left a memory, a traumatic one, I would venture to say. Some of adults' ideas of what actually help kids grow up to be productive citizens are not the best. Okay, I'm putting my scissors away because I believe that you should put your tools away. Okay, towel over here. Nana. Okay, I'm gonna actually drink some of my chocolate now. Everything is fine. Good. I'm glad everything is fine. And it probably is. Okay. One sip of chocolate, then we're gonna get on with this damn thing because that's what people come here for, right? To watch Nana make a puppet and make a mess. Okay. Look at that. Do you see those bubbles? There's the magic right there. Oh my God. Whew, that was a thing. Dang it. I'm tired now. I was tired to start with, but that was... Okay, it's probably not going to burn my tongue. No, I'm not. I'm not going to burn my tongue. Let me savor that for a second. Wow, there's so many notes in there. So, as I said, this is a combo of our local chocolatier, Home Chocolate, who I would love to affiliate for because I'm always talking about her chocolate. Home Chocolate. A-H, home, like home, or aho. Here where I live, she has a chocolate factory. Anyway, she has a little chocolate mix, which is a powdered mix that she makes from scratch. And it's got a lovely sort of a nutty, sort of a mapley back note on it because she uses maple crystals for sweetening it rather than like refined sugar. And so it gives it a whole other dimension that's very delicious. But she uses more sweetener than I actually like. So I use some of hers. And then I don't know if you've seen, I think you were here last time, but there he is. There's the guy. Okay. I'm not ADHD, I don't think, but my husband keeps telling me I am. There's another brand of chocolate that I love called TCHO, and I think that stands for something, but I'm not sure what it is. But they are very conscientious in their sourcing of their cacao beans and stuff. So, and they do a lot of flavor profiling and a lot of work to really design their chocolate for different uses. And so they have a lot of bars, different kinds of flavors of bars and stuff, but they also do baking chocolate and cacao powder. And so I use their 70%. I think it's their 100% dark baking chocolates. They're little octagonal coins, and I chop those up and I put those in there. And then I have one other fermented cacao powder that's from another company that is organic, and it is that pin is useless. It doesn't have a point on it. It is it's organic and it's high quality, and I just use that for baking. And so I put a tablespoon of that in there too. So I have 3 different kinds of chocolate going on in here. I keep pulling this pin that doesn't have a point on it, and I cut the point off of it for a particular use. You know what I need to do? I need to take a Sharpie and put a dot on that thing to tell me, hey, don't use this one. Don't even grab it. Okay. Red dot means don't touch. I'm not anal. Be quiet. So yeah, you get quite a flavor profile on this chocolate. I go on and on about it. It's weird. I can't help myself. Cinnamon, and cayenne pepper. And then I also do it in a coconut almond milk rather than dairy. I'm not opposed to dairy, and I drink and eat dairy, but Oh, and I have a little bit of I have this grain-based dark tea that is my coffee replacement. That's chicory and some other things. It even sounds good. Can you hear me swallowing? Wait. Oh my God, that's good. Thank you for letting me go get that. I feel so much more comfortable now. But I'm not addicted. Shut up. Just kidding. I don't tell my friends to shut up. Just my husband. Sorry, honey. He says he's listening, but his phone isn't working very well because of Verizon. Is that going to be long enough? We're going to give it a go. We're going to make it work. We'll make it legal. Okay. Shayna, you're still here, huh? I was almost that mean to my kids, but not quite, I hope. I was terrible. My kids are 36 and 33. 36, yeah. My daughter turned 36. Yeah, something like that, very close. And I'm still apologizing to them for the things that I put them through. And they keep saying, "Mom, it wasn't that bad." And I'm like, "You'll need therapy soon, believe me." I tried, but we did put our kids through a really weird kind of cultish religious experience that lasted for a very long time and is no longer. Read my book. You'll read an interesting story. Yes, it is delicious. You know what? Love covers a multitude of sins, as they say, and nobody could ever accuse me of not loving my children desperately and wanting the very best for them. And I know there's a lot of really horrible parents that say that and still do horrible things, but we try the best that we can. And they don't come with a damn manual, they just come and they take the best years of your life and then they leave you. And, they deserve to suffer a little bit. I'm so kidding. No, but I mean, we try our best and a lot of, the things that we do as parents, as you know, is just out of us wanting them to be safe and wanting them to shut the hell up. No, I did scream at my kids a lot because I was so dysregulated that any drama just sent me over the edge. Plus, I was dealing with extreme depression for most of most of my adult life, so consequently most of their childhood. So we had our ups and downs, but we had a lot of ups, a lot. But I wasn't the best parent. I could be mean, and not mean. I don't know. We had very strict things because of our religious stuff. So there was some strictness, but I don't know. I really don't know. How do we know? They say it's fine. They say they're fine. So they say they love me. We're all getting together for Thanksgiving, which is amazing. Plus we have a foreign exchange student from Italy who lived with us for a year. And she's coming. She's coming from Italy. She's coming from Florence to be with us for Thanksgiving. It's amazing. We haven't seen her in, well, let's see. When did we see her? We saw her one time since she went home back to Italy because we met her in San Francisco for a day because she was a flight attendant and she happened to be flying through San Francisco. So we drove down and hung out with her for a day. And that was, I can't even remember. So anyway, effectively, we haven't seen her in 15 years, 16 years, something like that. And my kids haven't seen her in that long. So they were all teenagers the last time they got together. So it's going to be fun. We're renting an Airbnb together. And I get to see my granddaughter too. My whole body just had a little mini grandma orgasm. Okay, that was just weird. That was crossing the line. But you know what I mean. Like, I get to hug my granddaughter. I get to snuggle. And it's a different kind of thing. It's a different kind of thing. But it is delightful nonetheless. And a whole body reaction. Need it. Need snuggles. And playtime. Because we like to full on play. Full on play. big imagination. That's why my podcast is Permission to Play, because I found out that that's super good for you. Oh, I just heard the kitten out there. My husband was outside cutting firewood, so I don't know. My door's closed. She'll be okay. She may scratch the carpet. Ugh. What is it with cats? They like to tear carpet up in corners, like the corners. Any corner by a door, they like to rip it up. I just saw a lot of bad expletives for that, for her, when she does that. It makes me so mad. Oh, I forget to check. We all have our things. I love marshmallows in my hot chocolate. So does my granddaughter. We bought her one of those chocolate bombs last Christmas, where you put that round chocolate ball in the hot water, and as it melts, then it explodes with all these little teeny tiny marshmallows. They come floating all up. It's so fun. It's such an event. But yeah, no, it's too sweet for me. I like dark chocolate with not a lot of sweet. I'm an OCD cheap ass freak. Know thyself. Isn't it beautiful? It's good. It's all good. I don't know if I'm OCD. I might be a little bit. I might be, but I am actually learning techniques to be more mindful of that. To notice. Just notice. Don't have to change anything. Just notice. Okay. But I think there might be a little bit of that for me. Because trauma. It does a host of things. Okay, one more. Now it's a full-on, like, bra top bodice thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm in the close-up, so you can't see it. But I'll sew up this other one, and then we'll do a wider angle. Okay, more thread. I gotta catch up with you here. Oh, yeah. Well, that's how I know you're a Shayna says, foreign exchange student. How fun. I think you talked about her before. Yeah. Is that your very sweet, nice way of saying you're repeating yourself, Nana? You're repeating yourself. Yeah, I do. I talk about things. I'll try to remember what I've talked about. But, there's going to be future audience who hasn't heard the story, right? I try so hard to savor things because there's nothing worse than spending 15 minutes making a batch of cocoa and then sucking it down so mindlessly that I don't even remember having it. What's the point of that? If I'm going to get some dimples and ripples and things from this, I'm going to damn well enjoy it to the maximum. Totally get it. Likely be alone for Thanksgiving. Aww. But Lala always streams her food prep, so that's fun. I hate it that we have such a lag because I'm not sure. No, not at all. Just learning. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to there. I'm sorry. I do this to my chat because I say 300 things in between. And then by the time, and you guys have a latency, so by the time I'm way past by the time you comment. And then I get your comment and I'm like, I don't. And I noticed that with other streamers too. They get comments and they're like, I don't. Sorry. Oh, not at all. Just learning. Sure. Yeah. Gotcha. I wasn't repeating myself. Yeah, that's right. I'm just sharing a story excessively. Just kidding. Okay, how am I doing here? How am I doing time-wise? 1 o'clock. Okay, got a little time. I'm hoping to get this if I could move a little faster. I feel like I'm not in my full-on Zoom. Oh, is that better? I moved myself over here though, because there's a little chatty Cathy up there. Okay. I think that's better. Okay. If I can get this sucker done, it would be nice to see if it fits the skull, because I was kind of holding it up to the skull the other day while it was still in just a flat piece. And I'm like, this doesn't seem like it's going to fit. But then I remembered that there was going to be a fabric mouthpiece that covers the actual plastic mouthpiece that gets sewn into this fur. And then that gets glued to the mouth plate. And so that adds extra seam allowance. So I think it's going to fit. It felt a little panicky because I'm like, well, if it doesn't fit, then I have to refigure out this pattern. But because it comes from a pattern and I followed the pattern and I didn't make any massive okay, now I can see let me orient myself here. So to keep it, if I keep myself forward a little, of course, the camera's reversed, as I say a million times a stream, especially when I'm working with Sunny. I had zero energy last week to work with Sunny.
I know it. Do I ever know it? Because I sat here and sat here and sat here. I know.
I just didn't have it in me. And I feel like, it's kind of like learning a new language. You got to practice or you start going backwards.
You start talking backwards?
No.
What do you mean?
Well, I lose it. I lose what I learned.
I know, because your lips are still moving.
Yeah, my lips are still moving. I sometimes go out and watch other ventriloquists and I think, what am I doing? What is the point? Oh my God. I saw this hilarious little short clip on, I want to say it was YouTube. It may have been Instagram. This guy comes on and he's got this kind of, I don't know, kind of a cheesy looking little puppet. He's like a kindergarten version of Sunny. Like the puppet is super, looks like he handmade it and it was, sort of a half-ass puppet. And he, kind of a young guy, and oops, this is not good. Hold on. I got that going backwards. He comes on and he's shooting with his phone in the mirror and he's got this puppet. And it says day 1 of me learning ventriloquism. And he does a really terrible job of talking this puppet, a really dumb voice. And then it's like day 2 of me learning ventriloquism. And he goes, he starts to talk the puppet and this really deep voice comes out. It's not his, obviously it's dubbed, but it's like, hey, that's not my voice, and there's like this sort of horror movie music, like the screeching violins or something like that to make you know that something's really not right here. And then the next time, he comes on and he's like all disheveled and he's got, blood and across his face and on his shirt and like he's been attacked by this puppet, and the puppet talks to him again about, hey, we're going to go knock over a pharmacy or something like that. It was really, and then at the last frame set had text over that said, or caption that said, friends don't let their friends learn ventriloquism. And you know what? It's so apropos. So whoever made it, it's probably the guy who was he was the main guy, knows somebody. He's got to know somebody who's learning ventriloquism, because your puppets, they start to take on a freaking personality. They start to, you start hanging out and spending time with them and something happens, like a Chucky thing. No. I don't think Sunny's going to turn evil and try to kill me, but
of course not, Nana. I'm not that kind of a puppet. I'm not that kind of a puppet, Nana.
Aw, isn't that sweet? He's not that kind of a puppet. We all know that. But, you never know. You never know. But it is an odd phenomenon. Do, 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 do. I know it's phenomenon. Where, like with Sunny, because I don't, when I get on and chit chat with him, I don't script it. I don't think in advance. Oh, what are we going to talk about? I just get out there without my pants on. That's what it feels like. And whatever comes out is what comes out. And it's scary as hell, even though it's just you, Shayna, and you love me no matter what. But I mean, I know eventually I'm going to post this stuff, so somebody's going to see it. But I can edit, so that's good. But it's bizarre how, and it's just like acting or any writing or anything else, it just shows up. Something shows up. Sonny comes up with something he wants to talk about, and we talk about it. So far, he hasn't said anything that I've regretted, but that doesn't mean that can't happen. Watch Nina Conti and Monkey. Woo. Although at times I would love to do that. I would love to have a puppet who is so detestably incorrect and rude, and I don't know, it just would be fun to get that part of my darkness out, you know. Use it as a therapy puppet. Do some shadow work. Now, why are you being weird? Why is that stitch being weird? Okay. Yeah, my stitches are super loose. Come on, guys. What's the deal? Yeah, it just keeps coming undone. I think it's because I'm using now, this thread is the, well, it's supposedly cotton coated polyester, but it's shiny, so it slips. Okay, let's see if I can get a knot here that's not loose. Okay, I'll do a couple more and then call that good. I hear my husband talking. Who's here? Maybe he's talking to the cat, but it could be my nephew. Okay. All right. One more. Just a little knot stitch. See, I keep losing, like one thread won't pull. There we go. Okay. All right. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Look at there, look at there, look at there. Oh, so this is next. So now you can see like it's getting to be like a little hood. It's like a little hood for a Planet of the Apes costume or something. You can't really see in this zoom. You can't see. Okay, well, fine. I'm going to sew up this last. I have to think for a second. I think she said to only sew to here. And then you leave the back open for some reason. So we're I need a sip. I actually need a drink of water too. It's way over there. Okay. Yeah, this is when we need some music. I'm tempted to turn it on. If you're around, Shayna, I'm going to turn on my music. And I'm just curious. Yeah, if you see any difference, like now that I've turned that on, like if it starts lagging more than it probably already is. It just is nice to take up the quiet with a little chill vibe. I know it's the same song every time. I really, really want to find some music that I can have on. I mean, this one's fine, but like it'd be nice to change it up. But I do know that YouTube and Twitch are both very sorry, I gotta think for a second, guys. I think I might be making a mistake here. Oh, no. Okay, I'm only going to here. I'm only going to this first seam here. But it's matching, so that's a beautiful thing. Back. Back. Front. And I like this guy's chill vibe. It's kind of nice. He has a couple songs that are kind of bizarre, but I like them. I mean, they're growing on me because they're weird. Okay. I'm a little bit weird. I like things that are unusual. Okay, so this piece of thread here, that might get me halfway. Why not? Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's be thrifty. And what is it you said, Shayna? Let's be a cheap ass freak and use this little piece of thread. You know, there are times that I think, you know, why should I live stream this? Why don't I just make puppets? You know, just make the puppets. And if you want to record it, but why do you feel the need to like live stream it? And it's these little moments of chit-chatting and interacting with you that make it fun. You know, I'm not alone. I wouldn't be alone. My husband's here, and I have a cat.
And you have me, Nana. You keep forgetting that I'm here. And Turtle Monster is here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, what have I done? Am I doing it again? Sorry. I am doing it again. It's like you're not even here. It's like I don't even care. Are we going to have an ad? See how quiet the music just got? Means we might hear about Viagra in a second, or about some protein powder. Nope. Ah, here's the weird one. I love this. It's so bizarre. It's just kind of just dissonant enough that it makes the fact that we're a show about puppets. I mean, it so works with the puppet vibe, you know. Like, puppets are cute, mostly. But they're also a little bit off. I would love to learn how to knit. I think you said, Shayna, that you crochet? Because I would like to learn how to make sweaters. Because I see sweaters that I love, and they're so damn expensive. I think it would be cool to be able to make my own. And also choose my yarn. Like if you want a nice, really good, super soft alpaca sweater or something, you're looking at many hundreds of dollars. I wonder if it'd be expensive to buy the yarn. There's a people here close to us who have alpaca farm or ranch or whatever you call it. That music is kind of loud. Turn that down. Background music, right? It's not a concert, folks. Yeah, this isn't going to make it the whole way, but that's okay. Wow, I think I just went a whole 30 seconds without saying anything. That's weird. Okay, back up. Thank you for the laugh. I have no idea what I said. Lala went fishing for the first time and took chat. In fact, she just went live. I'm gonna have to go mod, but I'll put you on my iPad. Oh, that's so sweet. You can totally do that, but you don't have to. You can raid Lala when you're done if you like. Yes, I did that last time. I did a raid of 1. She's like, oh, hi, Nana. It's funny. You just got to get the word out. You're very talented. Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate it. I can purl, but never learn to make shapes, just squares. Enjoy the rest of your day, love. You too, Shayna. Thank you so much. Thanks for hanging out. I really appreciate it. Have fun with Lala. Tell them I said hi. Or not. I don't know what's appropriate. And maybe I'll raid in. And thanks for telling me how to do that, by the way. I successfully did it last time. Okay, you're probably gone. Have fun, love. Okay, I don't think there's anybody else lurking, but for those of you who come in after the fact, hello. Still here. I actually do have fun editing these, and I told myself I wasn't going to edit the long form. I was just going to post it just the way it was, and if it was crap, it was crap. But the software that I use that generates captions, which I would rather generate my own captions because YouTube captions are terrible, and I want to be able to at least have Sunny's name spelled right, and my kids or whatever, my husband. I want things right. And because my ventriloquism is still in its infant stages, it misinterprets what I'm saying very, very much. And so Sunny sometimes says the weirdest things in the transcript or the captions. Like people always comes out as Tito, so it'll be Tito or Titu or Tito. So I really like to correct those, although sometimes it's just funny because, you know that I'm just learning. But you can't see what I'm doing, can you? I can't even tell if the lighting's very good. Oh well. I'm going to knot this one more time just because it's feeling a little slippery. Yeah, see that? So annoying. Okay, I can't do it, so it'll just be one. Okay. New piece of thread. Where's my thread? My cat had it. Nope, that's black. No, the cat has it in here, so she can't have stolen it. It was right here behind my chocolate. I'm very excited to get this done. Not because I want to hurry through it, but because
I want to see it. I want to see this puppet.
Okay, so now that I've turned music on, it's going to be interesting in the playback to see how much herky-jerky is going on. I was bummed out last time because my last stream, Sunny did the cutest little thing in the beginning. If you haven't seen it, the one from, I think, 10:30, October 30th. Excuse me, sorry. October 30th. He was talking to, in the opening sequence, he was talking to Purple Monster's skull. He was laying here on the mat talking to him. It was so cute. Oh, he was being so tender and precious. And I'm not bragging. He just shows up that way. It's not me. It's Sunny.
Yeah, what do you think I am? That's some kind of a puppet?
Okay, that was a terrible knot. Oh, it made it. I thought it was going to be a big cluster, you know what? But it's not too bad. Not too bad. I like a tidy knot. That's not so tidy. Let's see if it's going to hold. Okay, did I? Oh, we're in the middle of this one. Well, not the middle, but the last third, anyway. Okay, so La went fishing. They're very outdoorsy. I love it. Fishing in Tennessee. Their project right now is they're doing a bunch of work on their home in Tennessee, which they are selling. Selling a home in Nashville. My daughter lives close to Nashville. It is a temptation, I must say, to think about living closer. I envision picking my granddaughter up from school and spending the afternoon baking cookies or something. I would love that. As I have said in past streams, we do a Google Meet call every day when she gets home from school, and it is a highlight. of our day. We plan everything around it. It's on the calendar. It's on the schedule. Okay, why is this thread giving me so much heartache? It is just like it's catching up on everything. Seamstresses, help me. What's happening here? I know it's because it's too long. Okay, and it's getting tangled up in my knot. Okay. All right. I was trying to think if there's any TV we've been watching lately that's been a delight. We've been watching The Good Fight, which is interesting, a spin-off from The Good Wife. I really like the actress. I can't think of her name. Actually, I love the whole cast. And so it's some of the characters from The Good Wife, and it's what's her name? I don't know the actress's name. I should know it because I really adore her. But her character is she was Alicia's boss. What the hell is her name? I don't know. Can't think of it because of my brain. So it's a good spinoff. And we started watching The Resident, which Chutney is the guy's name. Matt Chutney is the lead in that. And he was a young lawyer on The Good Wife, actually, weirdly. Haven't seen him in quite a while. He still looks like he's 13. No, he's older. Looks older. But he still looks really super young. He plays a resident surgeon in a hospital, and it's a whole hospital drama with lots of blood and surgeries and stuff, which not my favorite thing, but the characters are super fun and the plot line is really good, and it really covers some controversial stuff, really, kind of around some of the just the corruption that exists in the medical industry. And it's I feel like it's really important conversation, actually, that they're having, how so much of it comes down to money and lives weigh in the balance of decisions that get made. And I think it's an important conversation that needs to be had. And of course, I'm going to say one little controversial thing here, and then I'm off that box. But I think it would be nice if they would bring into the conversation also not just the moneyed interests around like what insurances pay and that kind of thing, but also the influence of the pharmaceutical industry over decisions that are made and things that are utilized. That's all I'm going to say about that. I think it's a conversation. That's all I'm saying that needs to be had. Because there is a lot of there's a lot of conflict of interest involved. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, that one's a good one. And we have been rewatching the 2004 version of Battlestar Galactica for the third time through. Almost done. I love that show so much. I can't even say. I mean, I'm not going to say there aren't episodes that are cheese balls and moments in episodes that are just eye-rolling. There are not too many, but I think in terms of, number one, character development, and number two, production values, especially for the time that was created, and for plot, and actually now, you know, with the way AI is rolling out, sorry about that if I've been off screen there, guys. The whole plot around sentient robots and sentient AI is relevant. You know, it's a conversation that should be had. And there's so many people, and my daughter may argue with me on this, which is fine, because she knows a lot more than I do about computer science, seeing as she has her master's in it. And she studied AI ethics. I can't wait for Thanksgiving because I really would like to chat with her more about that. But But people saying, oh, it's so far off, the singularity is so far off, or, AI, general AI, sentience, or that kind of thing is so far off. But there are those who would argue with that. And honestly, personally, when I watch technologies roll out and I see like the beginnings of what you can see the capabilities are, and then also the astonishing speed with which things then become improved upon, I'm like, there's no way we're decades out. No possible way. We're years out. I believe. That's what I believe with my absolute unqualified opinion, as far as like being an expert or having done a ton of research, but just my observation. And frankly, and maybe I'm venturing into the realm of conspiracy theory, which that's a whole other topic that I'm not going to go into. Okay, I'm going to arrive at why I'm not liking the way. I think it's because I sometimes go up and sometimes go down through that loop, and I need to establish that it's down. That makes it go tidier. I hope you can see. Sorry, kids. Nobody else here. Okay. Okay, I have to reestablish what I was saying. This might have to be an edit. Because Nana forgot what she was going to say. Maybe it's for the best. Okay, we're talking about conspiracy theory. We were talking about AI, sentience, robots, the speed with which we watch technology roll out. Oh, I know what it was, because I was thinking about Battlestar Galactica. You have to admit that any and all science fiction that we have seen in our history, most of it has already come into existence. The technologies, the capabilities, and if they're not fully realized, they're being researched, and people try to make it happen, I mean, where do these people get their story fodder from? I mean, I'm not saying you can't make it up, but people decide they're going to write about this or that, and they go out and do research, and they find out, oh shit, that's being actually made. That's actually in the works, kind of thing. So watch the movies, folks. Have you not seen the show? Can you quote that? Do you know what that's from? That quote? Have you guys not seen the show? I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to start doing, like, if I ever have an audience, I think it would be fun to do like a quote contest. Like, I do the quote and you get to figure out what it's from without using AI. And I'll probably misquote anyway, because I constantly get things wrong and my daughter has to correct me. Getting there, guys. We're down to the end here. My thread is so twisty. Okay, this is spacey music. Speaking of AI and computers and robots. It's like if I had an audience right now, one thing I would ask you is, if you were offered the opportunity to get on a spaceship and go check out another planet, would you do it? I mean, I suppose you'd have to say, well, depends. Do I have to leave my family behind? Do I get to come back? Do I have to be probed? I don't necessarily mean an alien spaceship. Like maybe we would develop the ability to travel. So that would be two different questions. Like if an alien landed and said, hey, you want to go check it out and go check out my planet and come with me, and we'll make sure that you're suited up right and all that. No probing. Would you do it? Would you want it? Like, what would you give up to do that if you could do it? What would you be willing to give up? I don't know. I'd have to give that one a lot of thought because I love my family. So I probably wouldn't go. Probably wouldn't go. I'd watch the movie though if somebody else did it. I'd watch the documentary after. Okay, come on now. We're right at the end here. Let's not get a big cluster F here now. It's hard too because the thread is so close in color to the fabric that I can't see it. My thread twisted at the last second there. There we go. Okay. Now maybe I can straighten her out. I'm sure if anybody ever watches this and you sew and you're good at it, you probably are like, oh my God, that is so bad. Okay. So let me see how we're doing here. I feel like that's pretty good. I'm going to knot this up now and call that seam done. And we've got a hood now at this point, except for we've got to join the chin, and then we've actually got the headpiece done. It can be tried on. The headpiece isn't done because it's going to have a mouth plate fabric put into it, but the fur piece is done and ready to have the mouth plate put in, which we won't do today, obviously, since it's 2 minutes after. All right, I'm gonna have to finish this up. Let me knot this up, cut it, say goodbye, and then I'm gonna raid myself into Lala fishing just for a minute. Why not? Lala Carpe Diem. If you ever come back to Twitch, those of you. Oh, Pop Pop, you're listening. You're chatting with me, and you win. You win the Cupid doll. It was Galaxy Quest. One way or round trip? That is one of the questions that would have to be in the poll. Round trip. But when you so like one year going to this other planetary place would be like 5 Earth years. So there would be a cost. And, think it through. Because the clouds parted or something. I'm having trouble with my thread here. Holy cow. A knot should take like 2 seconds. I can't. My thread is so twisty that every time I let go of it, it just twists into a twist. And I can't get my needle through there. Okay. This is going to be terrible for video editing, but I'm trying. And I can't see, and it's got fur stuck in it. And I just want to finish this knot. That's all I'm asking. Okay, there we go. All right, that is done. And it's nice and tight. It's pretty tidy. Snip, snip. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm going to go to the workbench. And that takes away my music, but just so you can, let's see. See. Oh, you know what? Let me go to me. Okay, I'm going to come up here just because I think I would like to show you. So this is, let me see. Okay, yeah. This is the front. I can't get, okay. This is the front, so this section is going to be sewn together, and then this is the mouth right here. This is the mouth. So and then the back is open a bit because you don't sew this last seam. You don't sew this last seam together until after. Okay, so, oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let me just pop it on here. So this is like a reveal. We shouldn't be doing this, but so Purple Monster's hair will be like that. Okay, so you can't really tell, but that's okay. That's fun. Super fun. Super fun. All right, kids. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's Grandpa from Princess Bride. Okay, it's late, so I'm gonna close this stream out. I'm going to raid into Lala, but I will say goodbye and say thank you, Shayna. I know you're not here right now, but thank you for coming, and anybody else who might happen to be lurking, and anybody who's come after the fact and watched the recording. Thank you for hanging out with Nana for Puppet Time with Nana. And we'll see you again probably next week. We'll see how Nana's feeling. It's a hit and miss kind of thing these days, but that's okay. It's the way it goes. Okay. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Goodbye.